Well, I actually started my career in public service at state government in the internship program at Health and Human Services when I was in graduate school. After that, I came to work for the state in the governor's policy office for a year. And then finally, I moved on to the federal government where I spent 20 years in various jobs, starting at the Office of Management and Budget, which runs the budget and the finance office for the president. Then on to the Treasury Department that manages a lot of the departments, the Internal Revenue Service, the Customs Service at that time, Secret Service, a lot of financial management issues there. And then on to the Congress, where I worked for Congressman David Price, one of our local congressmen here in North Carolina. Then I had a chance to go back into the executive branch at the federal level as a political appointee with the Clinton administration at DOT, the federal DOT, and ran their budget office. I then had an opportunity to serve in Maryland state government for 3 years as the Secretary of Labor, Licensing and Regulation. And then came back to North Carolina in 2000 to be the Deputy Secretary here at DOT, spent some time in the private sector working for an engineering firm, and then I'm back here now as the Secretary of North Carolina DOT and very happy to be here. It's interesting because one of my early bosses at the Office of Management and Budget always said that you can learn a lot more from a bad boss than you can from a good boss. Now, I wouldn't recommend seeking out bad bosses to work for, but I think what he was saying was you can often see people making mistakes. It's hard when somebody's doing such a good job and doing it in a rather effortless way to learn as much. So pay attention to what your bosses are doing, ask questions, be inquisitive, and try to learn as much as you can from those who are managing above you as you move up the ladder. I think I've heard it said that leadership is really by example. If you can provide a good example to your employees and show them the way, I think you'll be very effective as a leader. Set a good example, show your team that you know where you're going and you can help them get there. And I think that will take you a long way in a leadership role. Well, I think the workforce of the future, not just at DOT, but across the board, is going to require people to be nimble, to be adaptable, to learn continually new skills as they go forward. The days of learning a skill and taking a job and being there for 30 years or 35, I think those days are over. So we all have to learn continuously. We have to be ready to change, to be open to change, and to contribute good ideas as we try to move forward. So the skills will be more flexibility, more adaptability. Analytical thinking always goes a long way. So I think developing those analytical thinking skills is going to be important as well.